automate the thing, like automate the deployment process, build process, any testing. So those things.
Automation
The
is one
tech.
part, right?
Right.
Right.
Okay. One is automation, right? Automation. Okay. So, frankly, we can say DevOps engineer is a superset of cloud engineer is a what? Subset. Okay.
Yes.
So in this point, you will get some idea, right? As a DevOps engineer, we need to learn so many things, so many tools, configuring different types of tools to create CI/CD pipeline, then create end-to-end CI/CD pipeline, monitoring this pipeline, managing cloud infrastructure, networking, storage, all the things we need to manage as a DevOps engineer. That's why it's called DevOps engineer is a superset of cloud engineer. So what are the responsibility of a cloud engineer? So mostly they are administrating cloud platform like AWS or Azure, GCP. Then yeah, they are the one who administrating this infrastructure, cloud infrastructure. So coming to DevOps, we need to administrate this infrastructure. Then we need to learn DevOps principles, DevOps tools, and configuration of these tools, monitoring these platform, and so many things. Automation, so many things we need to cover. Okay. So what is DevOps engineer? This is not a job or any role actually. This is purely a like it's a culture actually. DevOps is a culture, not any job or I'm audible, right?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
We just stay mute so any stray noise doesn't disturb the class, I think.
Yes. So coming to DevOps engineer, okay, it is a software development methodology that combines software development that is called development, dev. We call as dev, and IT operation. We call IT operation as ops. It's a methodology. It's a software development methodology that combines software development, that is dev, plus operation, right? With the IT operations, that is ops.
Yes.
So it's a combination of development part and operation part. Okay. So before DevOps, these two parts, like development part is entire isolated team, okay, entirely, and the operation part is isolated. So there is no proper communication between these two peoples or the group of peoples who manage development and operation. So coming to DevOps, we all integrate with the, combination of these tools are running smoothly. Okay. Coming to software development. so that we can say we will get a like same to shorten software continuous delivery or high quality software. This is the outcome of adopting DevOps. So mostly DevOps engineers collaborate with the developers, system operators, and other IT members to automate process, improve efficiency, and enhance the reliability and security of software systems. This include some version control tools, continuous integration, continuous delivery, that is called CI/CD. Then automation. So under automation, Terraform and Ansibles are there. Then coming to monitoring. Monitoring, we are mostly configuring some tools like Prometheus, Grafana, Datadog. Then infrastructure as code, the same for automation, that is Terraform or Ansible. Different IAC tools are there. So integrating all these tools for achieve our goal. Our goal is to produce high level, software. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So for coming to DevOps, DevOps are different phases. Okay. Anyone know the phases? Some core phases of software development life cycle.
Software development, it's a planning,
Right.
then development,
First one is plan.
testing,
Yes.
development,
And there
Yes.
is
testing.
Yes. This is a common software development life cycle, but uh, coming to DevOps, I mean, uh, core phases of software development life cycle. Okay, SDLC within DevOps context.
No idea.
Same thing. Plan. First we need to plan, right? Then continuous
Right.
plan. Test, build, after build, we need to monitor. We will monitor. These are the phases in DevOps. Okay. Plan, continuous plan, test, build, and monitor. So coming to plan phase. Okay. So in DevOps, planning involves not just defining project goals and requirement, but also setting up collaboration tools and workflow. DevOps teams often use agile methodology like Scrum or Kanban for iterative planning and execution. Coming to continuous planning, emphasizes continuous planning where teams regularly reassess priority and adjust plans based on feedback. Coming to test, in DevOps, we actually automating the testing phase. So promotes automated test at various levels, including unit test, integration test, and end-to-end test. Coming to build, in DevOps build phase involves continuous integration where code changes are automatically compiled, built, and tested. CA tools like Jenkins, GitLab, CI/CD, or GitHub Actions are used for automate this process. These are the main process actually in CI/CD pipeline. Okay. Before build, monitor one more thing I miss. After build, okay. The fifth one is after build.
Are plan and continuous plan two separate steps?
Sorry.
Are plan and continuous plan two separate steps?
Continuous plan in coming to DevOps, there is a continuous plan there. DevOps perspective.
Okay.
I mean, continuous planning means, for example, they plan something. Okay, so after that they need to plan something more. Like we need to change something or add something
But
like that.
but that happens in SD and software life cycle of development also. Same only. Plan, then it will go for a review, and then any feedback,
Yes,
and then
yes,
again it will plan.
yes.
So
That is
it
called a
comes in
continuous
one
plan
only plan.
based on the feedback and review.
Breaking your voice breaks.
Hello, clear, right? I'm audible.
Oh, that comes in the one only plan only.
Okay. So that's clear, right? Right? I'm all.
Yeah, it's just a different context. Like uh, the there's still a continuous plan, but right now probably it's continuously deployed as well, right? Through cloud, whereas before it wasn't deployed through
Yeah,
the cloud.
based on the review and feedback, it's continuous. I mean, planning again happened there from the plan team. They will redesign or any new feature or anything like that. That would under the continuous plan. Again, they
Yeah.
will rewrite the code and push the code. It's a continuous process actually, like a loop in coming to DevOps. So like this. So the fifth one is deploy. Okay. After build, we need to deploy our application, right? So deploy it to any platform. Mostly we are deploying Kubernetes or Docker. First Docker, then Kubernetes. Then after deployment, we need to monitor our resources using Prometheus, Grafana, etc. So today we will go with start with Jenkins. Anyone heard about Jenkins?
Yeah, it's a continuous build and deploy. It's used for
Yes.
continuous build and deploy process.
Yes, Jenkins is an open source automation server widely used in DevOps practice for continuous integration and continuous deployment. And Jenkins automate the building, testing, and deployment of software application, and then making the development process more efficient and reliable. Okay. Some key aspects of Jenkins, continuous integration, continuous deployment, then pipeline as a code. We use Jenkins pipeline as a code approach. So we use Groovy scripting for creating the end-to-end pipeline inside Jenkins. Then plugins and integration. There are so many plugins inside Jenkins. Okay. So when we integrate with some other services or some other tools, we need to add the plugins and install the plugin. Then we will integrate with the other services. And we have a dashboard for Jenkins, dashboard reporting, all the things. Actually, Jenkins plays a crucial role in automating and streamlining the software development lifecycle in DevOps. Actually, it include like development, testing, operation, enable faster delivery of software development. It's open source, so we can directly install Jenkins. So how we install Jenkins? Okay, so for that we need a server. So then we need to install the official package from Jenkins website. Then we can access our Jenkins with the corresponding port number that we assigned. Then we log into Jenkins and customize our dashboard. After that, we will build or we will create a task for our application. Anyone have any doubt?
No doubt.
So Jenkins, okay, it's say so all of you know how the CACD pipelines and all the things works, right? No idea, right?
Some idea. Some idea.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pick the code, the developer push the code to the location, and then it's pick the code from there and it built it and then it deploy in the server. It goes like that.
Okay, fine. I will give you some blueprint, okay, a high level view or view. So my screen is, I mean, my font size is enough, right? Or shall I zoom it, change the font size? So we are in a plan phase, okay? We need to develop a application. So the application name is Instagram. So we need to build the application and test the application and then deploy the application to the end customers like you and me, okay? So so this is our application, okay? So now we are in a facing stage. I mean, first the planning stage, okay? So first we need some developers, right? To uh, write up the code for this application, right? So what we'll do, some developers are there. This is not from a DevOps perspective, okay? I will show you how a entire DevOps life cycle works and the workflow. So consider these are the developers, okay? A group of developers. A group of developers. So we will give or the person, okay? Some DevOps, I mean, the uh, code lead, okay? Some development leads are there. So they will purely manage this part, okay? So they will discuss and they are going to write up the code for the Instagram application. So each employee, okay, these are the employees. They will share the entire application and they will start with the different modules, okay? For example, someone start with some module of code, some other person continues from other modules like that. So after that, they all integrate this all the codes to the application, okay? So they have their own laptop, consider. So they will test, they will write the code in their own laptop. Okay. These are their laptop. So each one write the code. For example, how the developer continuously wrote up the lines. Okay. I mean the code, and they will test. They will test the code they wrote in their own local machine. Okay. That is called, local machine testing. Every code, just checking the codes are working or not. That's all. After test, they will push the code to,
GitHub.
yes, a central repository. This is a cloud-based repository. Consider this is a GitHub for their account. I mean their company account. They have a GitHub. So in GitHub, they will create a folder for Instagram and push the code to that folder. Okay, GitHub folder. Okay, daily, for example, today's work done, they will push the code after, coming to next day, they will continue the code and upgrade some changes. Then again, they push the code to the same directory. Okay, so this is purely the part of development. This is called dev path. And the operation part here. From here to here. Okay, so their job is done. Okay, pushing their code to this GitHub repository is done. So from here to production, okay, or the deployment phase. Deployment phase, the DevOps engineers or the cloud operation teams will manage all the things, controlling, managing, configuring, installing tools like that. So coming to CI/CD, okay, CI/CD, we need to build a pipeline. CI/CD pipeline, that is called CI/CD pipeline. It's a continuous integration and continuous deployment or development pipeline. Pipeline is simple. I will give some scenario. Consider this is our home. Okay, this is the home. In our home, there is a water tank, right? Water tank there. There is a well there. Okay, this is our well. So there is a motor or anything in the well. So it's pumping the water and see like pump to the tank. Okay, water tank. This is water tank. Okay. And there is lot of pipes, right? Inside our home, washrooms, outside home, there are taps. When open the taps, we will get water, right? This is a
Yes.
simple, water connectivity in a home or flat or villas anywhere, right? So,
Yes.
yeah. I don't know this scenario is in the north side or not. I mean, coming to Mumbai, Hyderabad, Delhi, seems same, right? In south, it's look like this way. For example, there is a
Depend on
flat.
how much the municipal water supply is. A lot of the buildings do have a tank on the top, though.
Yes. So we can say this is a pipeline scenario. Like from well, okay, from well to tank, we will use a motor to pump the water from well to tank. Then from tank to the tap, okay, all water flows, right? So similar way, we will create a pipeline, okay? So we can say this is our GitHub. Will is our GitHub, okay? So the tank is our what? Jenkins. And the tap is our deployment phase. Okay, consider the user. End users are opening the tap, they will get the water, right? So this is the what the workflow. Okay, so in any changes, for example, our application Instagram is ready and the developers push the code to GitHub. Okay, and our application is accessible for the users. So after sometimes, okay, uh, the planning phase again, thinking to add some features, okay, like reels. There are so many features in Instagram, like reels, stories, or anything like that. So they will add one feature called story feature. So what will do? What will they do? They will ask to the development team, we need to add some features in Instagram, that is story feature. So they will take the code, okay, from the main branch. Here is the folder, GitHub folder. They will take the code and add the new feature. Okay. Then what will happen? The new features accessible for the end users, right? They can use the story feature. So the main point is, what are the things in this repository, the GitHub, that will automatically fetching to the next part or to the deployment. Okay. For example, in well, there's water, right? So the water pumps to the tank, then it will go to the pipe. Consider we change the water, okay? Instead of water, uh, we sort out clear out the water, and we put some petrol in this well, okay? Then what will happen? The motor will pump the petrol to water tank, and the users will get the petrol instead of water, right? So similar way, what are things in the well or what are things in the GitHub? In GitHub, mostly the codes changes, right? GitHub mostly for keeping codes or
Yes.
any after sometimes the code will change, okay, as per the requirement from the lead team or uh, the top level team. We need to change the code as per the requirement. Changing code in the sense of adding new features, okay. So what are things in the GitHub? It will automatically checking the code. It will means the Jenkins. I will sort out things. Okay. From GitHub, what will a DevOps engineer do? Will do. We will create a CI/CD tool, that is Jenkins. Okay. First we will create, configure Jenkins. Then we will create a connectivity, or we need to integrate with GitHub. Now we can say there is a connectivity from GitHub to Jenkins. In our example, like this is considered say, we will create a, connection from well to tank. Okay. So the water comes to tank. Similar way, this GitHub and Jenkins, we will create a connectivity. So we can say the code that's in the GitHub will comes to Jenkins. Okay. So inside Jenkins, what are the roles Jenkins? For example, here are the codes. Okay, the application codes are belongs in the GitHub for the Instagram application. So when we integrate and we create a job for our Instagram application inside Jenkins, okay, and we provide some task. Task means for first we need to getting the code from GitHub. Then we need to build the code, okay? Build the code, test the code, then deploy the code. All things we need to provide in a script that inside Jenkins. So mostly we are using Groovy scripts for providing these details. So when we build our application inside Jenkins, the Jenkins will do the all the tasks. Okay, what are things we provided in the Groovy script? So we didn't do anything. First, we need to configure and test all the things. Then after Jenkins, we need to deploy, right? Because Jenkins will build, test, and deploy. So deploy to where? So that we need to configure and integrate with the Jenkins. So deployment go to virtual machine or Docker or Kubernetes. That's all as per our requirement. Okay, we can say this is a pipeline from GitHub to Jenkins, Jenkins to deployment phase. So these are a production environment. Okay, consider these are the production environment. So now consider we have an Instagram code and the Jenkins will build test deploy to corresponding machine so the end users can access the application using the machine IP or the Docker IP or Kubernetes URL or anything. So sometimes they will add the story or another feature, adding another feature like Reels. So what will the developers will take the code again and they will add the new feature like Reel and push to their role is first they will write all the codes in their local machine. They will test there. Then they will push the code to their GitHub account. Okay. So again, the new changes are here in GitHub for Reels. So we didn't do anything because we already set up all the things in Jenkins. So what will the Jenkins do? Jenkins knows there is a new code in this repository because Jenkins continuously monitoring the GitHub. Okay. So Jenkins know there is a new changes there. So Jenkins do again, Jenkins build the entire code. Okay. Still our application is live here. Okay. So Jenkins in background build the code again, then test it. Okay. Then deploy, redeploying. Okay. So what will happen? It's automatically fetched to the end user or the virtual machine or which platform we are used there. It will fetch automatically. These are continuously.
So do we write the test cases for Jenkins and keep them there for
Yes,
Jenkins to
yes, yes,
test
yes.
every
We
time?
need to integrate some JUnit, some application there for testing purpose. Otherwise, we can skip the test like that. We can build and deploy like that. In here, there are so many application we need to integrate. For example, these codes, okay, these are n number of codes consider. So we need to review the codes, okay, before deploying because if any vulnerabilities or any some backdoor, so we don't know the code. For example, if we deploy the application to production, so any vulnerabilities or some backdoor is hidden in the code, the hackers can access our application, right? So that we need to review our code, review the code, review in the sense of just to validate the code is good for deployment. Okay, because there is lot of codes. If 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 the code is less than 100 lines or 200 lines, we can check with any developers, please review the code and please validate like that. Coming to production, there is n number of codes like 1,000 or 10,000 lines of code. So we need to automate this process reviewing. So coming to pipeline, we need to integrate one more tool like called Sonar Cube. Heard about anyone? Sonar Cube. This is another tool for checking the code quality and checking code analysis. So what we'll do, we need to set up, we need to configure Sonar Cube and integrate with the Jenkins. So before deploying, what we'll do, Jenkins taking the entire code and build the code, or before build, it will send it to Sonar Cube for reviewing. And Sonar Cube gives a feedback to Jenkins, all's good, we can build or go further. Otherwise, if any issues, bugs, or any vulnerability, it will send a feedback to the DevOps team or it will give some feedback to us. So we can verify which lines include the bugs or anything. Then we can send back to the developer team. So they will rewrite the code and sort out the issue, and again they will push the code to Jenkins. Then again the process happen. Okay. Then again coming to Jenkins again send it to reviewing to Sonar Cube like that. Then, for example, we have an application and we need to build the application, then deploy it to Docker, consider, okay? So the build process happen here, Docker build. I mean, Docker image build happen inside the Jenkins, and we need to integrate this Jenkins with the Docker Hub. Docker Hub for what? For pushing the build image to Docker Hub, to saving the Docker Hub. So all things we can automate. Got it? Any confusion or
So, can you explain the image part again, the Docker Hub?
for example, we have a application, okay? This application, Instagram application. So in GitHub, we have the all application code, include the what Docker image. Okay. So what will I mean the Jenkins will getting all the codes here, and Jenkins will do all the we need to provide all the things in the Groovy script. Okay. So Jenkins will build the code, right? Build the code, and after build we will get a image, a Docker image, because in here there is a Docker file. So we will get a Docker image. So we need to push the code to Docker Hub for saving, like storing in the Docker Hub. Okay. For example, next time we can take the image for another deployment coming to Kubernetes or anywhere. So we will save the code to Docker Hub. Okay. So this is version one. Consider version one. So in version one, we will push the image to Docker Hub, like Instagram V1. That's the image name. Next time we need to add the reels. So the version 2, like or version 1.2. So again, it's pushed to, I mean, Jenkins will rebuild. And next time we need to change the tag. Tag means the version tag, okay? So again, it's pushed the image to Docker Hub. The name will goes to Instagram V1 to V2, like that. So we know that image is for the new features or like that. Then for the deployment, okay, for the deployment, what will happen? The same image goes to Docker or Kubernetes, we can deploy using the same image.
Okay, got it.
But Kubernetes is a cluster; it's not a single machine, right? So it could deploy different images to different machines on the cluster.
Yes. We will do, coming to lamps, we will first we need to create a simple pipeline, so you will get more idea the pipeline works, and we only pushing to first we will create a repository, then we'll create a Jenkins and configure Jenkins, then we will uh, push the code to deployment. First, we will deploy to virtual machine in a lab. Then second lab will go to Docker. Okay. So third lab will be Kubernetes. So I will get ideas. Similar way. First, we deploy application, right? First, we in our first classes, we configure virtual machine and directly we deploy application. Apache installed, then application. Then similar way, we configure Docker, right? We take a virtual machine, install Docker, and deploy application. And similar way, we configure Kubernetes and deploy application. So you will get, I hope you are get the simple way of deployment. Now we will integrate these services in creating CI/CD pipeline. So we will integrate each virtual machine, Docker, and Kubernetes in different lab. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. So give me a second. Okay, I will. Yeah, give me a second. Sorry for the interrupt. Okay. So quickly, we can go with the lab, right? For the lab means installing how to install the Jenkins. Okay.
Sure.
So that we need to go to AWS. It's a quick process, okay, not a lengthy one. Simply we can install Jenkins. Anyone have any confused? The CI/CD workflow got idea, right?
Yes.
Shilpa?
Yes.
Yes, yes. Please go a bit slow while you're doing the lab.
Sure, sure. Venkat, are you following, right?
Yeah, but slowly.
So Minikube, I have one machine, so I just restart the machine, okay? Or else, yeah, I will restart in case. That would be fine. We discussed the scaling, right? Horizontal scaling and vertical scaling, or not?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, deeply we discussed, right?
Not deeply, like
Okay,
in
just
how.
next class I will explain. Okay, so now I am in my law mission. So there is a official Jenkins uh, documentation for AWS. For Ubuntu, there is one documentation. I will post in the chat. Okay, just a copy. This is official documentation for installing Jenkins in VM. These are the prerequisites. The steps to deploying machine, then accessing. Yes, from here, uh, we can follow. Okay, like sudo. We already done this part. Then add the Jenkins repos. Okay, here the repos belongs like in this URL. So you will download the repo. Hit enter. Then this is for import key file for Jenkins CI enable installation of packages. Jenkins. It's done. Copy. Okay. we need to, there is a prerequisite, okay? We need to install Java for uh, Jenkins because Jenkins start up with Java. So I'm going to install Jenkins and make sure our EC2 machine is 2023 version. I didn't check. Check, okay. So now I'm installing Java, okay. After that, we will install Jenkins. First, we need to install Java, then install Jenkins. Otherwise, we will face some issues, some dependencies. Java dependencies not there like that. So Jenkins installed. Going to enable service. It's enabled. Then start the service. Will take some time based on the machine's specification. Now I'm checking the status. See the Jenkins is active. So how to access our Jenkins application? Go to
All setup installed under bin bash, the home folder.
Mhm. Yes, that I need to check. Let's go to bin bash. Yes. See in my group, I will enable one more port for yeah, I think we need to use a custom TCP and the port number will be 8080. Okay. I think
Is there difference in 80 or and 8080?
there is slightly difference in 80 and 8080.
I think there is some 65,000 and some, it's
0
2
to
to the some
65,000
power,
536.
2 to the 32 power number of ports, right?
Yes, 0 to 65,536 ports are the logical ports.
Yeah.
For 80, it's the default port for HTTP.
AT80 is also same, right? It's for
8080 is
HTTP.
not default for anything. Like some ports are predefined for some specific services. So we can't change that services. But 8080 is we can using the 8080 for web app and anything because this is a custom port actually. See the 8080 for a browser. 8080 is enabled, right? When we configure Jenkins, we need to choose at least some high level machines, at least medium or like that. When we go with the full CI/CD pipeline, mostly we will work with the large machine, T2 large or medium. Can anyone check this accessible or not? I'm post pasted in the chat.
Yes, we can see
We
the
can see.
sign page.
You can see the application, right?
Right.
Yes.
Oh, I think I have some issues with the spot actually. Hmm. Give me a second. I am going to connect with the VPN. Mhm. I'm audible, right? All of you?
He's back.
I'm audible, right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
switch my when I switch to VPN, I lost my connection. That's the reason. Okay, leave it. So
Even I couldn't log in, it is asking for a password.
sorry.
I couldn't log into the link. It
Yeah.
was
Now my screen is visible, right? Wait, I have shared it again. So share. See, I can access Jenkins. So this is the first page after we configuring Jenkins. Okay, you can see my screen, right? All of you.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So first we need to enter the administrator password to access or unlock the Jenkins. Okay. So where we will get the access password? Just go back here. I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
This command, sir, this command sometime it works in my system, sometime it doesn't work. I don't know why it happens.
Yes, if I mean, when I change my VPN, now I face same scenario. See, I can't access, connection refused. This is due to some issues in, some, this is corporate company laptop. That's why they denied the port. That's the reason I think. I mean, they blocked my 22 port.
Okay.
So similar scenario you have in your laptop, you need to check. So
No, no, mine is not that. Yeah.
yeah. So coming to this page, okay, we need to provide a administrative initial admin password. So where we will get, this is a directory in our server, okay, where we install Jenkins. So go to this directory, we can see a password. So just to copy and paste it here and continue, we will get the dashboard, okay. So I will check, but I can't log in.
What was the reason you changed the VPN?
To accessing the Jenkins actually, because the port 88 is blocked, I think. Now I switch back, okay. Disconnect. I'm audible, right?
Yes.
Okay. See, now I got the connection. So we need the administrative password just to go to this directory, okay. In this Jenkins documentation, we can see the entire code here. See, this is my password. Just copy and paste in this Jenkins, but I don't know this will reload or not. Continue. Oh, it will face some issues.
You can copy the password and again
No,
go
I
to
will.
VPN connection.
Yes, that is only way. Pulse connect. I'm audible. I'm audible, right? Hello?
You
Yes,
can
we can
paste
hear
the
you.
password, we can check also.
You paste the password in the chat.
We will try from our side.
Only one can access. That's the problem.
Oh.
This is a, I mean, single time. Who will perform?
I can do it if you want.
Okay, can you share the screen? Then
Yeah, I can share the screen.
yeah, that would be better. For that, I will copy.
Paste the password and then I'll.
Okay, copy. Chat. Yes. I paste it in the chat and I will make you host. Give me a second.
I can just
Yeah.
share screen, right? Or if you.
You can share screen now.
Okay. Oh, I got to.
Did you share?
Oh no, I'm still trying to paste the password in there.
Okay. Before that, if you share, then all can see the process.
Okay, I'll share the screen. Can you see?
Yes. Oh, you already installed, paste the password, right?
So yeah, I pasted the password and then I just got in
Yeah,
this
then
window installs
yes.
just putting in.
Then we can go with the install suggested plugin instead of select plugins. First we can just, yeah. So it will installing some plugins. Okay. So this is installing some basics plugins. So it will take a couple of minutes. After that, we will go with the main dashboard. Yeah, then we need to give some username and password for next time login because this is a application. Okay, this is a web application. That web application purely runs inside our own server.
Okay.
So give the name, random name like username and password. Or you can skip and continue as admin. There is two options there.
I'll just put this. Let me just put in the password and then that way I have an account.
So this is the way we configure. I mean, installing and configure. Not fully configured, installing Jenkins. Then we need to configure the Jenkins as per our project needs. Okay. So now we are going with the giving the basic steps like giving the username and password. After that, we will get a Jenkins dashboard. So from the dashboard, we will create project scenarios like project task, all the things, and install some plugins. Plugins in sense of, for example, we need to integrate our Jenkins with our deployment Docker. Okay, so for Docker, some plugins are in Jenkins, so we need to install the Docker plugins before integrating with the Docker. So inside some plugins are there for Docker. Save and finish. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm just trying to read all this what's written here. Like provide the root URL for absolute links to various. This means that the value is required for proper operation. So I have to store that as a favorites. Maybe.
Yes. Save and finish.
But this is on your Amazon virtual machine. So when you end a lab, this URL will not work anymore, right?
No, no, no. Save and finish. Yeah, are you following? I'm audible, right? Shilpa. Oh shit, damn it.